Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the e-bike experience. I'm Jason Hall. You know I always want to give you some practical facts and I always want to hit you with the cool bike to get. I want to hit you with a couple of things that are going to help prolong this time possibly the life of your tire or the life of your inner tube. We've been getting a lot of people coming into the shop, and one of the main reasons they've been getting flats, yeah, we got Detroit streets and we got a lot of glass and we got a lot of nails, but a lot of low pressure has been coming in. People aren't aware that air does come out of tires. They think once they pump it in, or actually, let's keep it real, after we pump it in, that it's gonna stay in forever, and then they come back to us and they say, I don't know why I got a flat, and then we look at their tire pressure and it's at 20. So the first thing you wanna do is you really wanna have a quality pump. I brought a couple of pumps out here just to give you an example of how inexpensive they are and how easy it is to keep yourself a little bit safe. This pump is only 39 bucks, which isn't a lot of money. It comes with a gauge on it, so it really helps you understand your tire pressure, and we'll help you match that up, and we'll talk about that in a second and where that information is. But the cooler thing about this pump is it actually comes with both types of valves, and we can talk about Presta versus Schrader in another video, but there are two types of valves, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But really, you want to get a pump these days that just goes both ways, okay? It's very rare that I've seen one that doesn't, okay? If you get a pump at like a Walmart or like a general place like that, they don't really cater to bicyclists, so they're just gonna have what they sell, which is your standard Schrader valve, and it's just a big fat 26-inch tire, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But when you start to get into higher pressures and things like that, your valve is gonna change. So you just wanna make sure you get a cool pump that goes both ways. Here's another great pump, couple of dollars more. The gauge is a little bit bigger on this one. It's actually got pressure release, so if you got too much pressure in there, you can let that off. And the cool thing about this one is it's actually got a high pressure valve and a high volume valve. So once again, you're getting into what you're talking about your stems. So depending on what you're using is depending on what you're gonna put that on the side of. And another cool trick is if you've got a high pressure tire and it's really hard to pump up, you can actually put it to high volume. It makes it a little bit easier to pump, and you can finally get those few ones in without not really straining your arms. Another good couple of things to have that are a lifesaver are gonna be something to have on you. You wanna have either a nice smaller pump that you can put in a bag and keep on you with an additional tube in case you get that flat when you're out, maybe a patch kit. I tend to go ahead and just keep an extra tube. It's a lot easier to change when you're on the fly and you're not so much worried about is this gonna stick or is it gonna work. If you're worried about saving the tube, patch it up when you get home, shove it in your bag as an extra. Here's another great option, a CO2. CO2s are great. This one comes with a little rubber housing around it, and what's cool about that is these do get super cold when you turn them on. They're a little trickier to use, but once you get familiar with them, they really pump your tire up quick. And one thing you should know is CO2 goes away a lot faster than regular old O2. So when you get home, you're gonna wanna let that CO2 out and then repump that back up with some regular air, because the next day you'll be wondering why your tire's flat. Something I'm super excited about that I just put on my own bike that has added a little bit of protection. I'm sorry, not even a little bit of protection, but a lot of bit of protection to what I'm doing. I'm riding a cargo bike these days, so I'm not so much worried about weight. So I decided to go with the Tannis tire liner, their Armor. Trust me, it was a little bit of a debate when you're talking about kind of getting away from traditionally having just a tube in there and adding additional stuff. But so far, I've been riding on these for 2 weeks. They've added an incredible amount of smoothness to my ride. And what's really cool about this is it gives me this peace of mind that I don't have to worry about a flat all the time. It supposedly has 15 millimeters of puncture resistance in the middle, and I think 8 on the sidewalls, which is a tremendous amount of stuff, especially when you have a puncture resistant tire like me, when I have a Schwalbe Big Apple that's really pushing. I mean, I don't want to ride through anything, but I feel pretty confident nowadays that if I'm out at night or I'm on a long distance ride, that all of these things are going to make sure that I get home safely. So these are just some things that I wanted to throw at you. I'm really excited about the liners. Full disclosure, I don't work for Tannis and I don't get anything free, so I wouldn't tell you anything that I wouldn't use myself. I heard about it on another video and I just wanted to try it out. And since then, I think I've ordered 3 pairs for people. I think they're really A+. And I think they're gonna be kind of the future of commuter bikes and things like that. And it's really kind of cool that we can push that to customers now. I think it's just another thing, you know, for 70 bucks. Once again, you get that peace of mind. It's just something else that we can give to the customer that is just gonna make them feel better about their experience when riding bikes. I hope this helps you out. Once again, I'm Jason Hall with the e-bike experience. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, click the like, send me some stuff in the comments if there's some other stuff that you want me to review, but I'm gonna keep doing some more practical stuff. I think next I might do some lights, and I definitely am gonna do some more lock stuff because the technology in locks is just becoming amazing. I supposedly have a lock that is coming from Abus that only interacts and locks via your cell phone app. So we're gonna check that one out when it gets here. I hope I'm not misrepresenting it, but when it gets here, we will definitely represent it right. All right, see you guys later.